Subscribe to RA Solutions by clicking on the subscribe button and clicking on the bell icon to receive notifications. Hello there, welcome to another video about RA Solutions. In this one, what I'm going to be doing is going over Learning Outcome 4 from R081 Pre-Production Skills from the Creative Eye Media qualification. Now, obviously you've seen the other videos from Learning Outcome 1, 2 and 3. I'm just going to be focusing on Learning Outcome 4 here. So firstly, in terms of Learning Outcome 4, the learning outcome consists of being able to review pre-production documents. Now that's what the learning outcome consists of. Now obviously my other three videos focused on Learning Outcome 1, 2 and 3. So Learning Outcome 1 was to understand the purpose and use and content of pre-production. Learning Outcome 2 was about being able to plan pre-production. Learning Outcome 3 was be able to produce pre-production documents. So Learning Outcome 4 then, in terms of the specification, if we look directly at the specification, learners must be taught how to review a pre-production document. So they could get an exam question asking them to review a mood board, or review a storyboard, or review a script, visualization diagram, or a mind map. So what the students need to do is focus on key elements when they do the review. They need to talk about formatting, style, clarity, suitability of the content for the client and target audience. Now when they're talking about target audience, they need to refer to the categories of target audience: age, gender, so on and so forth. They also learners must also be taught how to identify areas for improvement in a pre-production document. Again, for example, they need to think about and discuss color schemes, content, additional scenes, whether those things could be added or not in that pre-production document. So there's key things that they need to talk about. When the students are reviewing a pre-production document, what they need to do is compare the pre-production document back to the client brief and what the client requires in the scenario in the exam question. They need to focus on the positives, advantages, benefits of that pre-production document. They need to discuss also the negatives, disadvantages, drawbacks of that pre-production document. They also need to think about and discuss improvements that they could make to that pre-production document, and also finish off by writing a conclusion as well. When they are writing all this, they need to also think about using technical terminology and technical language in their write-up, in their examination. They need to focus on spelling, grammar and punctuation too, because they will get marks for that in the question. And also need to think about making the work neat, legible, handwriting. Make sure the handwriting is legible as well. When they are comparing the pre-production document to the brief, when they're doing the review and comparing the work to the original brief, what they need to do is ask the question, have you done what was asked? And then answer the question, how? They also, when they do this, need to think about the formatting of the document, the style of the document, the clarity, again the suitability of the content for the client and the target audience, referring back to the categories of the target audience as well, and comparing it to the brief. When they're reviewing the positives and negatives of their work in the last question of the examination, they need to think about the format, style, clarity, suitability of the content for the client and target audience, color scheme, content and any additional scenes there. So here's an example question. Now Learning Outcome 4 will focus on the last question, which is a 12-mark question in the examination. So Learning Outcome 4 is always focused on the last question. So here's an example exam question on the left side here. So this scenario is based on Wing Breath, which is a rock band. So in terms of the written communication, this pre-production document which the students have to review is a storyboard here. The storyboard is in figure 1, which is here. It's a 12-mark question, and hopefully by watching this video, listening to the advice I am giving you, your students will be able to maximize the mark for the question. Now, in terms of the bits in green here, the bits in green are the things that went well, okay, things that have gone well with the storyboard, okay, the good things about the storyboard, and they've obviously based it back to the client brief or the requirements. The things in red are the drawbacks or the negatives of that storyboard here, things that haven't been included that should be included. And again, this last bit here is the conclusion. Is it suitable for its purpose, the client and the target audience, why or why not? Now, the structure for this answer I've written here, I've got here on the right side. So LO4, that essay question, that last question on the examination will be an essay question where you will have to review the suitability of either a script, storyboard, mind map, mood board, visualization diagram. You need to have correct spelling, and I must stress this, correct spelling, grammar. You need an equal amount of strengths and weaknesses. You need to link your strengths and weaknesses to the document and context in the question. Now, to help you out even further, paragraph 1 is an introduction. What is the document's purpose? Paragraph 2 in your answer is www, what went well? What features does it have that should be there? Why do these help to suit the product's aim and audience? So you're talking about all the good things. Base it on the formatting, clarity, all the things I went through in the previous slides. So format, style, clarity, suitability of content, so on and so forth. Paragraph 3 is the EBI, even better if. What features are missing that should be there? How does this stop it from being suitable to the brief? Again, link it back to these elements here: formatting, style, clarity, suitability of content for the client and target audience, colour scheme, so on and so forth. And then the conclusion, paragraph 4. Finally, is it suitable or not for its purpose, client and target audience? Why or why not? So hopefully, if the students read the question, look at the contents, look at the pre-production document and structure their answers in a way, they will definitely be able to maximize their marks for this essay question for learning outcome 4. I hope this video has helped you. Please like, subscribe and share.